Breaking news, man. This is straight from Woj himself. This morning we have President of Operations Danny Ainge stepping down. Head coach Brad Stevens stepping down from their positions from the Boston Celtics. Less than 12 hours after the Celtics were ceremoniously dispatched from the playoffs at the hands of the Brooklyn Nets 4-1. Wasn't really it was a competitive series, so to speak, dealing with what the Celtics put out on the floor. But this was long overdue. I've been calling for Brad Stevens to not be the coach for about 2 years now, maybe even a little bit over that. I've been calling for Danny Ainge to not be the GM. That started this season. It's become abundantly clear that there was a aura, in my opinion. Everything I say is basically on my opinion. There was an aura around Danny Ainge, which kept other teams from wanting to make like significant deals with him. I felt like because of the whole he fleeced Brooklyn and he always tries to fleece other teams. Other teams were weary about dealing with the Boston Celtics. I really felt like it came down to this. They couldn't deny it anymore. This trade deadline, which the Celtics were supposed to acquire Vucevic and Aaron Gordon from the Magic. Instead, they were left to acquire Evan Fournier. This past offseason, they were supposed to acquire Miles Turner, Doug McDermott, maybe even Victor Oladipo from the Pacers, but the deal fell through. A lot of teams are just weary about making deals with Danny Ainge. So I felt like in order to remove that aura and stigma, he was going to have to be out that position. So I didn't think it would happen this fast. They literally just played last night. I made a joke to my bro or whatever. And Danny Ainge was at the game last night. I made a joke to my bro saying that he didn't look like he wanted that job. You know what I'm saying? And turns out he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So he's already been replaced. Brad Stevens is going to go from being the head coach to the president of operations, the GM. He's going to handle that. I'll get to that in a few seconds about my opinion on that. So he's vacating his head coaching position, which it was rumored the last couple of weeks. I guess it turns out to be true that he, after the coaching experience in the bubble last season, he really didn't want to be a coach anymore. He really was. It wore him down. It wore him out. He really didn't feel like that grind of the coaching aspect anymore. So as far as like potential candidates so far, they're saying maybe Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, a couple of other ex-head coaches that I'm not too high on, but we'll see how things shake up. Brad Stevens is a very smart man. He's very articulate. He's very strategic. He knows what he want to do, whether he has the pieces to do it or not. Brad Stevens as a head coach was average at best. Brad Stevens as a GM / president of operations has the potential to be great. He coached at Butler, which is technically almost an Ivy League school, so to speak. He's very familiar with basketball. He's been around basketball for most of his life. He understands that the Celtics need change. Hopefully, it's through acquiring people in trades, but he's also big on player development, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit of both. Some tough decisions are going to have to be made this offseason for the Celtics, and I know Danny Ainge had personal relationships with a lot of these guys, so it might have been too tough for him to, part ways with these guys. It should be a show this offseason for the Celtics. I'm really interested to see where this is all going. the head coach, which Brad Stevens said he's already started the search, which lets me know that this whole ordeal has been in the works for a while now. Because this bro, I told you about, shout out to Eli. I was telling him yesterday, I said, yo, I better wake up tomorrow and moves already being made. That's how like mad I was last night and how unacceptable this season was. And lo and behold, all of this stuff starts happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's I just wanted to see something change. And while this is a great first step, this isn't the end all be all, because we need different players. We have to acquire different players. We have to acquire better players, healthy players. We have to, if it means getting rid of like Marcus Smart, who is a fan favorite, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. If it means maybe trading Jaylen Brown, which I don't want to do, but in order to get a bigger fish, maybe like Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell, or somebody, anybody that can help out substantially, you might have to do that. You know what I mean? So this is really one of the first offseason bombshells coming from the Boston Celtics. As a Celtics fan, I've been a Celtics fan since I was about, I want to say about whenever Paul Pierce rookie year was, because I was a Paul Pierce fan when he played at college, at Kansas or whatever. So whenever he came into the league, that's when I became like a Celtics fan or whatever. And I like the whole Green ordeal. So I've been a Celtics fan for that long, which is, I'm guessing this is about 98, I think. I think about 98. Yeah, I think came in the league about 98. That's cool. Yeah, it's about 98. Yeah, but other than that, we're gonna see where these things. We're gonna see where this go. If you're a Celtics fan, what do you think? Who do you think the head coach should be? Who do you think should be traded? Who do you think they should acquire? Who do you think, like, where do you think this goes from here? Is what I'm really interested in. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Definitely comment though, because I'm really interested to see like what's going on. I'm really interested. But yeah. I'm your boy Teddy B. Blackman, and I'm out.